Okay, so I've never really done a video like this before, so here it goes. I'm just been looking at some videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and on the topic of coming out stories. And mine's just a normal, really not anything too exciting kind of thing. It happened in grade 11 in November, grade 11, so five, 5 or 6 years ago. And it all started because of my sister finding out about me liking one of her best friends. And she left me this note on my bed one Saturday morning, and I woke up to it and said, "Oh, well, what's this?" And I read it, and it said that she couldn't believe it. Like, I don't know. She's like, "I don't believe it's true. Like, if you don't tell mom and dad, I will." Blah 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 blah. All this threatening stuff. So I just sat there and cried most of the day and said, "Why would she do such a thing?" And eventually I grew the balls, and well, not so much grew them, just grew grapes basically. Um, and I wrote my parents a letter, which was the dumbest way to do it, but that was the only way I saw fit. So I wrote them a letter explaining to them that I love them and that I hope they love me and that I hope this doesn't change our relationship, and just explain to them that, well, basically, I'm gay. So I wrote them the letter, left it on the fridge, and left. I left for the day and didn't come home until around 11:30 that night, just to make sure that they were in bed, and crawled up the steps, crawled into my bed, and just cried all night. Just cried all night, and woke up the next morning and walked downstairs, and I saw that they were sitting in the living room, and they didn't say anything until I sat down, and my mom looks at me and she just smiles and says, "Honey, I already knew." And she just started laughing, and she's like, "Come here, my little homo." And she just gave me a hug and just kicked me in the cheek and said, "We love you no matter what." And they did love me no matter what, but there was times where my mom would say, "Well, have you ever thought of, being gay but still being with a woman and having a family, and just, doing it that way?" And I always told her no. That would totally go against my morals and go against who I am as a person, so no. And my dad was the hardest. Him and my sister, the one that found out about me liking your friend, those two were the hardest. My dad, in the end, just said that the reason why it took him so long is because he didn't want me to get hurt. Physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, he didn't want me to get hurt. I was his baby. Like, he doesn't want me to get hurt. And nowadays, he just makes jokes and just he's so good with it, and he's so funny about it. And he's like, "Any guy you meet or any guy that ends up being your husband, I have to approve of this." And he's a great man, and thankfully he's my dad. And my siblings were all cool with it. Katie, the one who found out that actor friend was the hardest, she took a while, but she's gotten to the point where she can do it now, and she can handle it now, and she makes jokes too, and she's fine with it now. And she's my triplet sister. I'm a triplet, and she did, she did love me in the end. And my brother, triplet brother, just said to me, "Man, that's cool that you're gay, just don't do gay shit around me." And I just laughed, and I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll make out with my boyfriend in front of you, just to make it all spicy and dandy." And my two older sisters were completely fine with it. And it's just, I'm very lucky to have a family that is supportive and loving and caring as much as my family is. And though we fight and we bitch and complain about each other, we still love each other, and that's just how it should be. So that was my weird, normal, awkward Kitson coming out story. Yeah, that's my last name, Kitson, and we're quite the awkward bunch, so that just fits perfect with my family. So that's my coming out story. I think this is one of my first videos I've ever done on YouTube on this channel. I've had other ones before, but I've gotten rid of them. So yeah. So if you want to get to know more about me, excuse me, you can follow the link at the bottom there, and it's the link right there, right at the bottom. It goes to my Tumblr, it goes to my Daily Booth, my Facebook. Message me first on Facebook, please, and my Twitter. So I hope you're all having a fabulous day, whether you're sleeping if you're on the other side of the world, or just going to bed if you're in my area, or if you're just waking up. So love you, peace and harmony. Keep good, guys.